All right, let's get started.
This is something I'm looking forward to. You might remember.
So, Stephen Coward, as you all already know, because we already watched it last night with like 60,000 people in here, was slated to talk to friend of the show, Ethan Klein, because he had made fun of Ethan Klein and said, you know, oh, you're so stupid. I can't believe you would say, just trust the CDC, bro. I, on the other hand, am big-brained and trust Facebook threads instead. Right? Because that's the appropriate smart person thing to do, is trust Facebook threads from your anti-vaxxer aunt, who also happens to sell Herbalife, like over, you know, scientific consensus and countless hours of thinking
for 8 months.
and studies and empirical evidence that goes into figuring out epidemiology and like the best course of action with respect to stopping the spread of a deadly virus.
After a couple weeks off, I'm glad to be back, Chad.
So that was like the original thing. Like Steven Crowder kept saying, like, that's my favorite clip. That's my favorite clip. And it was very stupid. And Ethan was like, I'm not a good debater, so I'm just gonna fucking bring a champion instead, in my stead. Let's take a look at what he had to say, though, after he spent 15 minutes crying yesterday when he saw Sam Seder come on the show.
That you know, there was a little spat with, you guys remember, with H3 Ethan Klein over that.
Oh, yes, a little bit.
And he's a YouTube creator, okay? And he made the comment, I think we've had it on our soundboard, that you should do exactly what the CDC tells you, this government agency. You don't even have to think about it.
You don't have to think about it, dude.
Right. And so, again, the point there was criticizing the idea. I think that's really bad.
Yes,
that's really bad.
So the reason why this is already like an idiotic fucking take from this idiot Steven Crowder is because, like, what Ethan Klein here is stating is completely correct. Like, if you're too fucking stupid to recognize, that, like, you know, COVID is devastating and mask wearing is good, then, like, you know, there's other people that do this for you. And luckily, you personally don't have to fucking do your own research. He released the unedited clip, clearly missing him making fun of Tourette's. Oh, his unedited clip didn't feature him making fun of Ethan's Tourette's. That's crazy.
Yeah, to tell an audience of young, impressionable youth that they shouldn't do their own due diligence.
Right.
That they shouldn't actually try and aggregate information.
Incredible way of framing this argument, by the way. Like, oh, he's telling young, impressionable teens not to do their due diligence. Dog, your due diligence for young, impressionable teens is to not listen to the fucking scientists. So, yeah. Actually, if that's your fucking argument, then no, I literally agree with Ethan Klein's position that, like, no, you shouldn't do your own research, brother, at truthteller.eaglefuck.net, where you learn about how, you know, COVID shedding is happening or as a consequence of the vaccines.
Information and come to an informed, rational decision.
Well, of course, you can, as long as you can back up what you're saying.
Right, yes, as long as you can back up what you're saying. So there were some videos kind of going back and forth, and you guys know I really don't like...
Like, the CDC doesn't do due diligence, but, like, you know, young Hank is going to be fucking doing his due diligence on Facebook. Like, all of these fucking people that have spent their entire lives, that have dedicated their entire lives to figuring out, like, you know, how viral spread happens and how to stop it, how to mitigate it. Like, you know, fuck those guys. They're not doing their due diligence. Steven Crowder, on the other hand, is doing his due diligence by dunking on college freshmen. Remember his Change My Mind video in the beginning of COVID, talking about how, like, COVID numbers were inflated? What happened? Why did we move on from that point of view, Steven Crowder? You got millions and millions of clicks on that shit back in the day. Literally at the apex of the pandemic, this fucking piece of shit was running around saying, you know, oh, COVID is not that big of a deal. All the numbers are fake. The doctors are lying to you about the numbers. Like, as though there was a scientific community-wide conspiracy to, like, beef up COVID deaths so that, you know, people could stay indoors. It makes me so mad that this fucking lactating dipshit gets to act all high and mighty. act like he's this like big burly man who's got gun holsters on his fucking arms, and he was too afraid to like have a conversation with like a 50-year-old Jewish man from New York, only because he did the research. He knew that he had the fucking knowledge. Okay. Oh my God, dude. Imagine being so fucking terrified of Sam Seder. God damn, dude. No, I'm not talking about Ethan. I'm talking about Sam Seder.
Doing the YouTube drama, the pissing contest. But and from what I understand, he released a portion of this clip yesterday, but not everything.
Oh,
of course.
Interestingly, Ethan Klein then, and afterward, when I said on air that I would love to have a conversation with him, reached out to me.
Yeah.
To debate.
Okay.
He reached out to me directly on Twitter. But first, let me kind of set some context here too, because there are some ill-conceived notions. You know, change my mind is very different from a debate. Okay, we've done many change my minds, but I've also done a lot of debates, not even including what I had to do on.
Oh no! Oh no! He's saying like, I'm not debating these college freshmen. I simply am trying to get them to change my mind, like the word implies. Okay, does anybody think that? Does literally anyone believe that? Like, if you are a Steven Crowder fan, that's an L. Like, you're already a fucking sexless loser, pathetic nerd, okay? And the worst kind of nerd. Like, we here are sexless nerds for video games, right? Like, we like to play video games. We like to watch Twitch streams. Like, you are a pathetic, sexless nerd for the worst kind of political comedy. Like, just not good, just objectively bad. It is the most pathetic way to be a weeb of anything.
Hello, Mr.
Okay? So that's already an L. And then also on top of that, if you are to unironically be like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't watch those compilations because it's like epic libtards owned compilations, but instead, because it's fucking, you know, I just want to see if someone can change Steven Crowder's mind. Like
Fox News and CNN and HLN when I worked there for years. I changed my mind. The whole goal to a change my mind, for example, is an anti-debate where people aren't just trying to score.
That's so fucking stupid. Everybody knows what he's doing. Everybody watches it for that same reason. He literally sits there and blurts out talking points at unsuspecting college freshmen. That's it. It's not a fucking anti-debate. It's just like you literally purposely setting it up in a way to fucking dunk on people with talking points that you have previously memorized. The thing I don't understand is, why didn't he do this with Sam Seder? Like, what do I always tell you guys? Debate one conservative, you've debated all conservatives, okay? Like, every conservative, back when I used to debate, and I fucking hate it, but back when I used to do these sorts of debates, like, conservatives would come onto my show, and I would have a conversation with them. And then every conservative in the chat would be like, oh, that was a really stupid conservative. You know, wait till you get a really smart conservative. And then that guy would come in, and then that guy would look like a fucking idiot. And then everyone else would, like, continue the cycle of, like, oh, well, wait till you debate a really smart conservative now. Like,
9 months,
no, maybe after a certain point, you got to recognize, like, no, dog, like, most of these people think that they're going to be really good, and they're not actually good. And that includes, like, some of the intellectual giants of the right that I have debated in a televised setting, whether it be Ann Coulter or Larry Elder or Giancarlo. I think that's, was that his name? Like, or Gianno Caldwell from the south side of Chicago, as he says all the time. Like, and Charlie Kirk numerous times. So, like, Michael Knowles. Like, I've debated a bunch of these fucking guys. JLP.
Winning B-ball FR.
Okay, none of those people are intellectual giants, but, like, who's an intellectual giant then? That's the point. No one is a fucking intellectual giant. I am not an intellectual giant. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I'm literally a dumb himbo with, like, a little bit of common sense. So ultimately, they all get their talking points from the same place, and they ultimately get their talking points from the same place, and they all blurt out the same exact talking points. And it's so silly. Like, the only difference here is Steven Crowder's rhetoric was not going to change. Steven Crowder's rhetoric was not going to change with Sam Seder versus Ethan Klein. The only thing that was going to change is that, like, Sam Seder knows what the talking points are and knows what the clever retorts are, and would have been quicker than Ethan Klein, who could have, and he admits this, gotten duped. And the reason why a lot of conservatives are coping right now is because they wanted an easy W, which fucking Ethan Klein admits. He's like, you literally said this is a layup for you. And I wanted to make sure that this wasn't a layup. And it was actually a good fucking argument. You know what I mean? A solid back and forth. So why can't you match someone intellectually? Okay? And like, you're only looking for easy dubs. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that he thought, like a little kid, that he was going to get like a quick fucking dub, make himself look good to his audience, make himself look good to Ethan's audience too, to be like, look at me. I am, you know, an intellectual giant. Like, I'm just going to fucking yell Heritage Foundation talking points at Ethan Klein until he like backs down. You know what I mean? A person who admittedly is like, I'm not the best debater. I'm not the most political person. I'm just like learning this stuff. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted it to be a change my mind video with Ethan Klein.
Keep the content going. I've loved my last 3 months here.
And when that didn't happen, when he no longer had that kind of control over the conversation, he fell apart, as we saw. We watched him fall apart. Like, his voice was fucking shaking, okay? He was such a fucking coward. And I thought all these conservatives love rowdy debates. I thought you all love blood sports. Why aren't you more upset that, like, Steve Crowder couldn't body Sam Seder? Who is Sam Seder? He only has 1 million subs. He's nothing, right? I mean, this is Steven Crowder we're talking about. He is one of the most famous conservative commentators out there. How couldn't he just fucking absolutely dumpster and destroy Sam Seder in the marketplace of ideas? Like, if I was a fucking conservative, I'd be so mad that, like, my champion couldn't even go up against, like, this random Huamegalol leftist commentator. You know? That's crazy.
More like dumber.
So that's, like, the weirdest part to me, is that, like, conservatives give the game away, right? When they say, oh, he should have done a debate with Ethan Klein. It's like, oh, so you're basically admitting, like, you want Steven Crowder to debate someone who personally admits he's not very good at debating, okay? And he's not very good at, like, you know, he's not, like, the most politically adept person. And you got mad because he was put up to task and had to debate someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about. That's crazy.
Core points where people aren't in a, you know, in a quadrant view where they each have 3 minutes.
It's almost like you say this every single Change My
Mind.
Well,
the whole thing is, the point of the Change My Mind was I used to sit down, we'd have these great conversations.
Yeah, dude, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea is also democratic because, you know, they say it every day. That's so great. Good take. Like, just because you sell, that's called marketing, motherfucker. You criticize it all goddamn day. Whenever, like, Walmart is like, hey, we're going to sell pride-related merchandise, you lose your fucking mind over it. It's literally marketing. You're marketing your debate as a format for unsuspecting individuals to think like you're trying to have a great conversation when all you do is literally blurt out talking points, do the conservative dialogue tree.
Right. At the gym, or I'd have them, you know, at a restaurant, or we'd have them in the studio. And I thought, why can't this go on air?
Yeah.
And so that's what Changed My Mind became. And that being said, at Changed My Mind, we've also had professors sit down, which very admirable because most of them refuse to. It's basically Changed My Mind is the ones that we do on campus, because about 40–50% of them are actually not on campus. It's just anywhere in a city where we can get a permit. It's supposed to be done in classrooms.
Right.
That's the point. Yeah. But it's not taking place. So, because we've talked about it, radical one-sidedness at college. Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, I've done many debates, right, throughout my career. I think we have some thumbnails here so you guys can kind of see. You have mayors, you have actors, you have comedians, you have columnists for the New York Times, you have scientists,
feminists,
you have you have CNN hosts. Lacey Green is in there. And then, of course, I've also even done these debates, ironically, devil's advocate, where I've argued from the point of the left. against people like Ben Shapiro, against people like Jordan Peterson, Tim Pool, John Stossel. That was fun. He's a little prickly.
I see. The greatest self-own H3H3 wrecks himself. Wrecked himself.
Still a coward.
Brags about it, dude. This is mega copium.
What
dude.
you're
It's
trying
great.
to do here with your little character. Give me a break.
Just answer the question, Jim.
So I just wanted to set this so you understand kind of where we've been with this show for a while. And when Ethan Klein reached out to me to have a debate on Twitter, I think we have the screenshots here, right? Yeah, we have the screenshots where he reached out to me and said that he wanted to do a debate, just him and I. Yeah. I said, okay. He said, what will it be? I agreed to the terms of the debate. I said, look, we'll talk about the COVID issue because CDC, that was the initial topic of discussion. We can talk about big tech because now he supports big tech censorship. Then there were some emails. I don't know if you had the emails there. There were some emails that, again, went back and forth. Where
Wait, why is he acting like he didn't fucking call out Ethan Klein first and then actually said, we should do a debate. I'll follow you and we'll set up a debate. Like, he literally fucking set all of this up. And then when Ethan was like, yeah, he publicly called him out and even made fun of his Tourette's, by the way, which is like insane. It really fucked up. The Velveteen Rabbit Eyes comment was an anti-Semitic joke about Jews not having a soul and having beady eyes. Fuck that racist fuckboy. Was it? I don't know. It was like next level. Like, he's so bad that he can't even do racist jokes, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that... it might be a stretch. I think he was just saying that, like, Sam Cedar looks like he has, like beady eyes because he wears glasses. You know what I mean? He's just not good. Dan Darren here from Louder Crowd. I understand you guys have been corresponding on Twitter about connecting. I would ask that you stick to the details Ethan agreed to in Twitter DM. We never play gotcha with these things and would expect the same.
We'll get on a call. It'll just be... you and I. Just you and I, no tricks. Very clear about that, right?
Right.
Because every time the reason I mention these other debates is every time we've had a debate with someone, been very straightforward. I disagree with you. This is the topic we're going to cover.
Right. And one of the reasons you say it's just going to be you and I, it's like,
Wait, is that his daddy?
Not going to be sitting over here on my computer trying to pull up something to kind of do a gotcha moment.
Yeah.
Right.
And you've always told me that. Like, hey, if we're ever debating somebody, you can always come in, let me introduce you and let them know. You're never going to surprise somebody.
No blind sides.
Crowder's stream today had half his usual viewership, one of his lowest viewed streams ever. Wait, really? How many people viewed it? Like, isn't his, like, concurrent still fucking massive? That is his dad, I think, yeah. His concurrents are still crazy, I think. Like, he's still, I mean, it's YouTube.
Hi.
It's YouTube, so it doesn't really matter. Like, 100K on YouTube is like fucking 30K on Twitch. But I would say that, like, that many concurrents were watching, possibly because of the drama.
Yes, and you've debated real comedians that are great, like Christopher Titus.
Yes.
Not whatever that is.
Well, and to be clear, I would debate Noam Chomsky tomorrow. All he has to say is yes. But he doesn't owe it to me. My kind of general rule is, look, it has to be someone who's an expert in something, someone who's really worthy, or it has to be a comparable audience. Otherwise, you end up debating every Tom, Dick, and Harry. So this was supposed to happen with Ethan Klein. And what I'm about to show you is the unedited master clip of me coming in for a sound check.
Yeah.
I love when you know, you promote. I love to promote open, fostering open discussions. You know, in my debate, definitely not a debate, change my mind segments, and then turn off the fucking comments in my massive live stream because I'm afraid that they're gonna hurt my fifis
beforehand. And the conversation that I had with Ethan, and look, I want you to understand something too. What you're about to see sort of behind the scenes is very genuine, right? I really did wish him the best with his new baby, pregnancy, and his family.
Okay, I just don't see how anyone in that looks good. Cedar and H3H3 look dishonest, and Crowder looks like he skipped out. They can come up with all the reasons they like, but they all look bad. No, because here's the thing. Here's what most people are not getting. The dishonesty is Steven Crowder trying to fucking debate someone who openly states that they're not a political commentator, and they will get dunked. They will look bad. That's the original dishonesty that conservatives, for some weird reason, are conveniently ignoring. Okay? That's the thing. Like, think about it this way. When I talked to Dream, I wasn't trying to do a gotcha. on purpose. Like, it's very easy to fucking make people trip on their words and then have your gigantic audience literally fucking clip that shit and make them look worse than they actually are, or make it seem like you won the fucking argument. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you've debated even a little bit, okay? Beyond like Reddit debates, I'm saying. If you've debated in person, or if you debated on the internet with your voice, then you are already like, you already have a significant advantage. So, like, if he literally debates experts, then why the fuck was he trying to debate Ethan Klein? You know what I mean? He was trying to do that because he wanted to get a dunk. And instead of getting a dunk, giving him a dunk, Ethan was like, here, I'm going to, if you just want to talk about the issues, I'm not capable of talking about the issues, but here's someone who is capable of talking about the issues. And it's very, very weird, very, very, very weird to me
really doesn't hold up.
That so many of these like supposed intellectual overlord conservative Andys over here that love Bloodsport were upset that, you know, Steven Crowder couldn't catch a dunk on fucking Ethan Klein. Why don't you get upset this he had the opportunity to debate someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about? He should have destroyed him. And to say that Ethan challenged Steven Crowder is literally a fucking lie. You are straight up lying. You are lying. You are lying to yourself. Here, where is the clip? Please, someone show me the clip of like Steven Crowder literally being like, I'm going to debate you. Dude. I'm challenging you to a debate. Okay? Like, here, I got to show this to you so that like you understand. You understand that like you are getting duped by the way that Steven Crowder is trying to portray this as a victim. Like, he literally fucking posted that shit. It's in the teaser. Did he delete the teaser, by the way? Because, like, he probably got called out, right? Yeah, Steven Crowder is very against surprising people for debates. I mean, he does this as a shtick. Like, he did this with Jank. He like literally he ambushed Jank's like panel on South by Southwest. Is this it?
Ethan Klein. I will have my, you know what, I'll follow you on Twitter. I will have Darren, my booker, reach out where you can come on this show.
Darren's his dad, by the way, right? Just say your dad, bro. He keeps trying to hide that it's his dad. You guys will get more info about the dad.
I don't think I've ever seen a more perfect encapsulation.
Governmental body, just tell us what to do. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah, like this is his own teaser betrays the fucking argument that he's trying to put together here, which is that like, oh, I was ambushed. I was ambushed. Like, dude, for a guy who literally wears gun holsters, you sound lame as fuck. You sound scared like a little baby, dude. You sound like a little bitch-made baby, okay? You sound goo goo gaga right now with this whole like, oh, I can't wait to debate anybody. Like, he has a literal fight like hell shirt on with fucking gun holsters that are empty on the sides, and he's like fucking crying because like some fucking libtard from New York was going to dunk on him.
I don't think I've ever seen a more perfect encapsulation of groupthink.
The CDC is like this whole governmental body. Just tell us what to do. You don't have to think about it, dude. Obviously, my point is that if you're so fucking stupid, then yeah, you should listen to the CDC, bro.
You and I can talk about it. It is appointed to a man once to be invited on the show. And if you don't, if you decline, and everyone now knows that you will, but I will never address you again. I bet this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he literally set this up like a fucking title card. You know what I mean? And then he fucking makes it seem like, Ethan Klein set it up for me. He set it up for me, and then he ambushed me. Meh. Like, Crowder fans are so fucking annoying, dude. I mean, of course, what do you expect? Like, you're literally fucking... You're all young college conservatives. Like, it's the most pathetic person to be on a college campus. Literally, like, just so bad.
and his wife. And I really did plan to come on and have this conversation in good faith with Ethan. It really wasn't an act, and you'll see how it is with any other debate, and that's what I had hoped would happen here. But I never actually thought it would happen.
You love your father, the devil.
And I know you're saying, well, it's easy to go back.
Like, if you were prepared to debate Caitlin Bennett, but then you have to surprise debate Jordan Peterson, who's a different style, would you really be annoying, right? No. That would be fucking incredible. Imagine I'm, like, gonna debate Caitlin Bennett, and then fucking Ben Shapiro shows up. Are you kidding me? That's fucking awesome. But that's the difference, is that, like, I recognize that that's a great situation. That's an upgrade. That's an absolute fucking upgrade, dude. And I'm not even a debate bro. I'm not even good. Like, I'm not even good at debating, and that would still be awesome. And for him to cry and say that, like, this is good faith when he knew that this was a layup and personally called this a layup is hilarious.
And Monday morning quarterback that, afterward. But all along, I kind of expected Ethan to be sort of, I wanted him to be a good guy. You try and speak people and elevate them to who you want to be, but at a certain point, cowardice is cowardice. And my greatest problem, honestly, here when you're about to watch this is if Sam Seder who pops up, who's sort of ancillary. Really, the issue is Ethan's wife, because it's your job to try and beat the cowardice out of your husband, because you're gonna have a little boy, right? That's the thing. When you have a
He's trying so hard. What about your wife, dude? What's your wife doing? Is she whooping that ass later tonight for fucking running away like a sniveling little fucking coward? I have no respect. I mean, I already didn't respect this piece of shit to begin with, but goddamn, dude. What a fucking pathetic coward, dude. What a fucking Weasley little coward. Just ran the fuck away. Like, it's Sam Seder, bro. He's literally the least threatening guy. He's a leftist. Leftists are little babies, okay? We are humanitarian at heart. Like, we're not looking for confrontation. Like, we can't pull the shtick that, like, Steven Crowder pulls on a regular basis for the most part. Like, this motherfucker literally lied about, like, his wife going into labor or some shit just to be able to get away from the previous conversation that he was supposed to have with Ethan, because he suspected that Sam Seder might be on, which he then admitted in this fucking conversation. That's the best part about this entire process, that he basically admits he's like Sam Seder's biggest fan.
Son, you have to make sure that they understand what integrity is. And for me, a man makes an agreement, and a man is good to his word.
Yeah.
This really comes down to an agreement, good to your word. And I know you always have two sides, and claim their side wins, but really there's only one side that's based on a lie. And I wish it didn't happen, because I really wanted to talk to him about his relationship with Susan Wojcicki and the flip and the support of big tech. Because also keep in mind, too, I had to navigate some murky waters here, because the goal was to remove me from medical misinformation and any conversations about COVID. Ethan has talked about that in the past. So now, without further...
Dude, this is straight up performative masculinity for dudes that absolutely lack, like, a shred of testosterone in their fucking bodies and a shred of confidence, okay? Like, if you look at this and you go, wow, Steven Crowder really looks good here, you literally are such a fucking loser that it's working on you. Like, Steven Crowder is a paper tiger, okay? He looks big, he acts tough, but when push comes to shove and he actually has to defend his positions or anything like that, when he doesn't have a fucking easy target, he's absolutely cowering in fear, and then he turns around and tries to make it as good as possible. Like, where's all this fucking masculine traits from our resident Sigma male here? Like, insulting his fucking wife and insulting Ethan's wife and shit. Like, it's so... It is so obvious what happened here. Just give us a fucking debate, dude. I don't even like... Look, I can't say this enough. I think debates are bullshit. Okay, it's content. But goddamn, just give us something, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little underwhelmed with what happened on this broadcast yesterday, because, like, I was expecting at least like 3 talking points. You know what I mean? And he gave none.
Delay, in its full context, a little bit of a surprise: the debate with Ethan Klein. Yeah, because this mic hasn't been adjusted, guys.
Get shouted.
Could you imagine, like, we already saw this, so this is the full clip, okay? This is the full cut. So, I guess in this cut, he's going to basically state that he knew some fucking ambush was going to happen. He suspected it.
To human height, since Dave was doing it. I can see some weird contact thing there. Okay.
You're just seeing yourself
right now. Right. All right, let me check this. Check 1, 2, 3. Good? All right. Okay, you guys are going to call him and sound check him? Yeah. I bet this guy's going to do anything he can to avoid actually debating. Yeah. I think he wants to do anything that he possibly can to avoid.
Stephen Coward LOL.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, when you want me to admit him into the room, I'll just do that.
Sure. Well, I'll just say you guys do the sound check. I don't want to sit there and talk with their producer, Dan, and stuff.
So, if he filmed this after the fact, that's really pathetic. But if he filmed this before the fact, like actually legitimately filmed this before the debate, then that's still doubly pathetic because one, why are you so fucking nervous, dog? Like, why are you so nervous? You literally debate for a living. You debate people all the goddamn time. You're Mr. Confrontation. You're Mr. Debate. You're Mr. Epically Owned Libtard Style. Epic Bacon Hacksaw. Okay? Why are you so fucking fidgety and so scared? Because you think that, like, another person might show up in this debate? So that's one. And I know this because, like, I don't like debates. And I get fucking nervous before I do a debate, okay? I do. This is something I will absolutely admit. I'm not an epically owned conservative style commentator, right? So I see a lot of myself in what is going on in Steven Crowder's mind right now. I'm going to be brutally honest here about myself. So what the irony here is that this makes him look fucking worse. Because that means, like, he would have been ready for it. Like, he would have been fucking ready. He was ready for an ambush. Why the fuck didn't he have the talking points then? You see what I'm saying? Like, so you knew that an ambush was coming. Why didn't you just fucking steamroll why didn't you just steamroll Sam Seder? Don't you have the talking points, like, ready to go? You have a fight like hell shirt, dog. I want to fucking debate.
But I don't think this guy wants to do this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's probably going to bring someone else on. Was his producer like a fan of that Seder character? Yeah, that'd be my bet, but hey, hopefully he mans up. Okay, you can do your sound check.
Alrighty, here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here while you guys. Okay.
All right. Hey guys, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? You hear us well, or?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
You and you?
Yeah, you guys sound good.
Okay, great. Who am I speaking with?
This is producer Tim.
Tim?
Yes.
Hi, Tim. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you one of the guys that dresses up in the crowd, or are you not on screen?
I'm running the audio board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not the Peter Pan guy or anything like that.
Peter Pan? No. No. Hold on one second. We'll get Steven in here momentarily.
Okay. Thank you.
I assume he's just, like, making sure that fucking Sam Seder is live at this point. If this is, like, actually...
Oh.
Did Dave leave food crumbs on this?
Here you
thing?
go.
Like
I'm gonna put my gun back here. It's not a real gun.
Hi, Steven.
Hey, Ethan. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I just want to say on a serious note that I'm glad your wife is okay. I heard you had a little bit of a issue with your wife.
Well, she's pregnant with twins, so
yeah,
it's like well, by the way, congratulations too. I know you guys are in the same process. It's a whole thing. Yeah. They switch and they breach.
Down a little bit?
Oh, sorry, am I too loud for you?
No, I just told Dan, our producer, to turn the volume down a little bit. You're good.
I'm gonna take out my gum.
Yeah,
they switch and they breach, and so
they're rolling around.
Yeah. I mean, at first they said C-section, and then they said, we might be able to do a natural birth, but they often do C-section. And then they said, oh yeah, and then they said, no, wait, now the other one's breached, and the boy is just a dick. He just will not stop kicking the other one. It's like I would say it's like a junior suite apartment. He keeps kicking the girl, and so then the girl wakes up. So, yeah.
So how far in is she?
She's due late July, early August.
Oh wow, that's coming right up.
Yeah, and I've got a big surgery July 1st, so I'm trying to get everything done in a hurry.
Is that your first?
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we talked about it on the show quite a bit. My wife had a basic operation for well, I won't talk about it. She probably won't. But basically, then she woke up with something called GBS. So we it wasn't really fertility issues. It was a physical issue. And GBS actually paralyzes you from the waist down.
This is called over-explaining. A technique that you see.
This is what Pride Month is for.
I can't. I don't want to do a JCS-style criminal psych on this, dude. Okay. What you're seeing here is over-explaining the complicated process of a surgery or a surgical procedure. This might be simply because he's nervous or because he knows that he has to make up for potentially lying.
So
that's what she was experiencing?
Yeah, when she came out, just because they put her under anesthesia. And so it's interesting, like, you know, I'm like a pro-vaxxer, generally speaking, but she can't even get a flu shot. It's one of the few conditions because of the GBS. It's like a neurological condition.
Wait, he's a pro-vaxxer? Wait, what the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Dude, why are these people like this, dude? Don't fucking cap them. No, that's the worst part about it is that, like, this motherfucker literally is pro-vax, but then turns around and is just, like, constantly talking about, like, you know, these vaccinations. I don't know. Why can't you? I guess he said generally. Dude, that shit is so bad, dude. I mean, if you're in his audience, you gotta be fucking so bent.
Where she has to be careful with any vaccine. So it's just been a weird navigation. But this is your second, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be our second. So we've been through it.
Yeah.
But and it's just one. It was supposed to be three, but the one child cannibalized everyone, and he has gained their energies to become the ultimate human being.
I feel like that's what happens with the that's what happened with the Olsen twins. I'm convinced that one of them is evil.
And one of them ate the third one?
Yeah, something happened there. Well, it seems like whenever you see them in pictures, there's one who's more disturbing. But
maybe you're right.
But all right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and doing this, and you know, doing this. A lot of people don't, so just talking, you know, avoiding kind of the social media pissing contest trauma. Yeah, are you ready to go?
So I just want to make one clarification. So, in terms of, so we're both going to record it, and then we can use it wherever we want, on your show, on my show, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's
you
can. Okay.
Yeah, and we can send you the file if we want, because we have the master file, everything. So.
I think
the only thing that Ethan could have done better here, which by the way, I have no issues with what Ethan did. I think it was fucking off. It was awesome. It was wonderful.
Constipated.
Okay. But the one thing he could have, I guess, done here is just been like, before he releases the Kraken, that is Sam Seder, he could have just been like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I personally am not the best debater, but like, these are just the talking points, right? Instead of doing the Spartan joke, he could have just been like, so I brought someone who knows better than I do. Like,
good, right, Dan? We're recording it on our end.
Okay. Yeah, we've never used Zoom either. Did you ever get
vid
sold?
Just dropped on your YouTube? Hell yeah, Warger. Damn.
That Skype TX box. Remember when that came out?
Oh no, dude, I've always had such a pain with Skype that Zoom has always been really good. So.
Well, the Skype TX box is like from New Tech, I think, and they sold us on that. They said this is what Jimmy Kimmel uses and all these people. And
Skype.
Well, really? Skype TX. It's like a box. That's like, it's almost like, remember the Comrex boxes? No, it sucks. So what we've had to do is we just have Mac Minis set up, and Skype has played well with those, but not the exclusively designed Skype TX box that we paid whatever premium for.
Yeah, so. Skype. I don't trust Skype. Skype has always sucked.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just.
Okay. So we're gonna record it, and then the topics are just like we said about authority with the vaccine, and there was something else you mentioned. I don't know how on
well,
topic
I just
you wanna
thought,
keep it.
yeah, however you want to do it. I thought that since that was kind of the subject that that got us into a tiff, that we could talk about sort of the CDC, sort of medical authority.
Also, the other part, by the way, the other part of this process that like many people are refusing to acknowledge is that like he was never going to. If Ethan was like, "Hey, I'm going to bring up Sam Seder in my place," there's no fucking shot, like absolutely 0% chance that Steven Crowder would have been down to do that. You know what I mean? So that's part of the reason why he had to fucking, finesse in the way that he did. And we know that he had to fucking finesse because, like, he basically admitted to monitoring Sam Seder's activity in this conversation. Monitoring his activity to ensure that he wasn't even, like, around to come up on the show.
Authorities, and you can tell me where you disagree with me, and then also kind of big tech, because that ties in, with the CDC and World Health Organization. And I'll just
kind of weird how calm Crowder sounds here with respect to the earlier video where he was like finicky and shaky, the pre-recorded video. I mean, he's like very calm, no longer nervous. We're at 29:50, right? But what, 6 minutes prior?
What an effing liar, dude.
Hold on, let me adjust this because I have to set it to human height since Dave was doing it. I can see some weird contact thing there. Okay.
You're just seeing yourself
right now. Right. All right, let me check this. Check 1, 2, 3. Good? All right. Okay, you guys are going to call him and sound check him? Yeah. I bet this guy's going to do anything he can to avoid actually debating. Yeah.
Look at his hands.
I think he wants to do anything that he possibly can to avoid.
Yeah, let me know when you want to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, when you want me to admit him into the room, I'll just do that.
Sure. Well, I'll just say you guys do the sound checking. I don't want to sit there and talk with their producer Dan and stuff. But
Happy 2 months.
I don't think this guy wants to do this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's probably going to bring someone.
And
not that it matters, by the way. Like, it literally doesn't fucking matter, considering that, like, if he knew that, there was going to be an ambush, like, he could have absolutely destroyed him.
And then the topics are just like, we said about authority with the vaccine, and there was something else you mentioned. I don't know how on
well,
topic
I just
you
thought,
keep it.
Yeah, however you want to do it. I thought that since that was kind of the subject that got us into a tiff, that we could talk about sort of the CDC, sort of medical authorities, and you can tell me where you disagree with me, and then also kind of big tech, because that ties in, with the CDC and World Health Organization. And I'll just sort of I'll introduce it to my I have a little bit of a different audience, to let them know kind of who you are, what's going on, and if you want to do the same, that's fine. But
yeah, of course, we'll let them know.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go. And
so, all right.
I'll give you a countdown, and then I'll 3, 2. All right. Okay. I'm really glad to have my next guest on the show. And I've always said this. I always respect people who enter into the arena. And we've had a lot of debates on this show, which is different from like a Change My Mind, where we sit down and have conversations. But my old Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach always said, if you come a switch, we go switch. You go.
Okay. He is nervous here.
Spicy. We're gonna do a little spicy. So we always try and keep it as respectful as possible, and I really do appreciate the guy making the time, because a lot of people has a huge YouTube channel, several YouTube channels, one of the OGs. A lot of people watch him. You know him, some of you like him, some of you don't. Same can be said for me. Ethan Klein from H3H3. Ethan, thanks, man, for making the time.
You're very welcome, and I just want to say, I know you called me, you said that I would be a layup.
I think I used something like that. Yeah.
And I think you're right, because I don't think I'm a very good debater. I think you know that. So I didn't want to make it too easy for you.
Oh, okay.
So I've prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what we were going to talk about is the
he says, Dan, get him ready.
Initial quote that happened. I think he's looking off there.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, this is so good. Watching him go through the motions of like recognizing that like something is coming. Something is not what it seems is pretty fucking awesome. It is pretty awesome. I'm sorry. It's great. He's squirming, dude. He's such a little worm.
The initial quote that kind of was turned into a little bit of a meme, which wasn't intentional.
Like what he's doing here is like You know what this is like? This is like when I get a text that is like really fucked up on stream, or when I get a message that's like really fucked up about something that's going on in the real world or some shit like that, and I don't want to let the stream know that that's happening, but I got to work on the side with like my moderators on some issue, something like that. But I'm just trying to still fucking give you, like the continuation. Like, oh no, the stream is still going on. The stream is still going on. Haha. Like, yeah, everything is fine. But then I have a really hard time like crafting statements. And that's what he's doing here, where he's like, yeah, like, okay.
For you.
Oh, okay.
So I've prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
Like literally the like yesterday when people were fucking, I don't want to even mention it. Actually, they're going to do it again. Like when Discord shit happens, for example, in the background, and I got to go deal with that while I'm still streaming.
All right. So what we were going to talk about is, you know, the initial quote that happened. I think he's looking off there. The initial quote that kind of was turned into a little bit of a meme, which wasn't intentional, and was you saying you don't even have to think about it regarding the CDC. And I disagree with that. I think people should think about it. I believe. And we talked about this through playful ribbing in an aggregation of medical authorities and scientific voices to make an informed and rational decision. So where do you think that I'm wrong on that?
Stephen, do you know that the Spartans are like practice man love with children?
Oh, geez. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. What did I tell you? He was going to do anything he could to avoid. Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Seder. What a fucking nightmare.
How could any fucking conservative Steven Crowder fan watch this, see him gasp, shudder, and then literally break his voice as he says, oh no, Sam Seder, what a fucking nightmare, and then still be like, alpha posture, bro. That's alpha posture. It's actually really extremely alpha to be terrified of fucking just a regular tiny left-wing commentator. I mean, that's what alpha posture is. What alpha brain is literally when you get scared to debate someone who is like tiny and insignificant, inconsequential. Yeah, takes a real man to admit being afraid, brother. Frame shattered, dude.
Steven. I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy. This is where we are. Yeah, well, I told Dave, remember I told you? I said this is, I guarantee you he's going to do anything he can to avoid the debate.
Oh, I just think he believes that he should debate you.
No, he doesn't. He just takes advantage of women with, mental health issues. Ethan Klein doesn't stand up and do his own fighting.
I got to say,
it's just hilarious. Let's bring on FM.
Dude, he could have just like been absolutely insane. Like, why didn't he just go, all right, let's do it. Let me fucking destroy you once and for all. Wait, what did he edit here? Why are you guys saying he edited it? Oh, they changed the framing. Oh yeah, he posted himself. Yeah, we get to see what Crowder looked like when he was cowering. I don't have a problem with that. I love that. This is the fucking Zack Snyder cut, dude. This is literally the director's edition. We get to see him like fucking literally cower in the corner here. I love that.
You would do anything to avoid talking to me. I think the point.
Does that include Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro and Dave Rubin and Jordan Peterson and Noam Chomsky and Sam Harris. Everyone's been avoiding.
And not just attempting to get your audience by jumping in.
Well, I debated with Charlie Kirk. Stephen,
dude, he is so confident, dude. He's not crying on the inside. Oh, this is way worse. Oh my God, this is so much better that he did this. Why did he do this? Why did he fucking show this part?
Let's go.
Why? Like don't conservatives believe in like gender roles, like traditional gender roles, like and gender norms? Why is he being such a woman right now? Isn't that like some fucking dumb shit that conservatives believe in? Which is that like you're supposed to maintain your posture in tough circumstances, Which, by the way, I don't believe in that. I'm just letting you guys know. I think that's fucking bullshit. And ascribing these sorts of like values to masculinity is idiotic. But it is certainly something that these fucking idiots believe in and also consistently fucking advocate for. So I don't really get why he thought that this would look good for him. That's the most masculine thing you can do is act manic when your confidence is challenged. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Not to be JCS right now, but I love how over the top and animated he gets to distract from the issue. Hasan, you have super shitty takes. You fucktard, says Big Papa Khan. Thanks, brother.
I mean, okay. It's about issues.
It's about issues, yeah.
Those issues.
As you can notice here, from the kinetic pat down, that Steven Crowder is attempting to comfort himself. This is something that people do when they're uncomfortable. Touching himself, clasping his hands, white knuckling over and over again, trying to recenter his frame by yelling and opening his hands. This is a interview technique that improved interviewers' confidence by 25% when they engage in looking larger and occupying a larger space right before an interview.
That's what you're doing here.
Some valid points.
You're so clever. I had no idea that you were taking your show off early last time, coming in today with your
Dude, this is the best part. He literally admits it. So this is the main part of the fucking admission. That's a self-report. He got so excited to dunk on Sam Seder that he admitted that he was literally monitoring his fucking feed.
Audience by jumping in.
Well, I debated with Charlie Kirk. Steven, I mean, it's about issues.
It's about issues, yeah.
Those issues.
That's what you're doing here.
Some valid points.
You're so clever. I had no idea that you were taking your show off early last time, coming in today with your pig pen peanuts eyes.
I wish every.
Wait, so that don't people recognize that that's like lame as fuck? Like that's so pathetic that he literally personally admitted that he was monitoring Sam Seder's activity and it was actually the truth. Like what Ethan and Sam suspected was that Steven Crowder's team was monitoring Sam Seder to ensure that he was not on this debate. And that's why they fucking literally changed the time and rescheduled it and actually waited until Sam was fucking live.
Growing hot, growing hot, growing hot.
And in order to put Sam on, Sam actually had to pre-record his intro to comfort this fucking buffoon into thinking that Sam was live and he could not go on this debate, on this broadcast. Imagine losing a debate to a boomer who tweets screenshots like this. Yeah, I know. It's like, god damn, dude. I mean, look at this guy. He's like literally running on like Windows Vista edition still. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a gigantic conversation during the pre-show about how his wife is in this situation, blah, blah, blah. Turns out it's all a fucking lie. Like he literally... That's a Mac. Okay, guys, let me make a joke, okay? Can I just make a joke? Am I allowed to do jokes or no? That's a Mac. That's a Mac. I understand. Okay, it's a Mac. Okay, good. Yeah. Actually, the real alpha brain conservative macho man Randy Savage move to do is lie about your pregnant wife having a medical emergency in an effort to duck a debate from this much smaller and insignificant content creator who you monitor like you're his biggest fucking fan.
Keep going, brother.
That's the real alpha thing to do, boys. That's, for those of you who don't know, take notes. Okay, take notes. This is alpha masculine behavior. Okay, step 1, be the biggest Majority Report fan. Step 2, lie about your pregnant wife's medical condition. Step 3, freak the fuck out when you actually get duped and see the man you have been avoiding like the plague in front of you. Yeah, Crowder never does surprise debates, by the way. Remember, Crowder is not a fan of surprise debates. He hates surprise debates. Like, he's literally the fucking least... He hates surprise debates, dude. He hates them.
You take those off for the velveteen buttons?
They're just
You must
black
have been
eyes,
very worried
aren't they?
about
Like
this, Stephen. I don't know
no
why.
one's worried
No,
about
come on,
it. It's
Sam.
why I didn't want to do it.
Well, let's have
Sam,
the
come
debate.
on. Just
If
I'll
no
tell you
one's
what. I have a
worried, let's do
general.
this.
I have a general rule.
This is a great
I don't start a
opportunity
debate based
to-
with people on a lie. And how
Or
about you get
sabotaging?
how about you get to a
Stephen,
30th
show
of the
yourself,
audience
you
share?
coward. Stephen, show
A
yourself.
30th of the
Don't show your
audience.
co-host.
Ethan, you should show yourself.
Ethan, how can you respect yourself as a man,
believe
brother?
in something so
Stephen,
strongly that
Stephen,
you're
you are
not
such
willing
a
to
coward.
debate.
Stop showing your little leprechaun co-host.
Right. Hey,
That was the best one. When Ethan says, stop showing your leprechaun co-host. I hate that even though I know he's an awful guy and stuff, seeing him uncomfortable makes me uncomfortable as well, you know, really. I do not share the same level of empathy that you do. Actually, seeing him uncomfortable makes me very happy. Maybe I'm a bad person.
Please help me.
Probably.
Share.
But it makes me so happy that, like, it's not like Sam Seder is doing something horrible here. You know what I mean? It's not like Sam is even doing anything that Steven Crowder hasn't done a million times over to other people that were unsuspecting and also were not even well equipped to come to a debate. Sam is coming into a debate with a person who knows a debate is about to happen. Okay? I just want to remind you guys that, like, this is supposed to be a debate. Steven Crowder has prepared for a debate. Do you get it? Steven Crowder routinely ambushes people that are not prepared for a debate with a fucking camera and starts debating them. Whereas Steven Crowder here has been afforded an opportunity to absolutely destroy Sam Seder, who, in his mind, should be a tiny creator who has nothing. Like, he has no talking points. He has nothing. Like, why didn't he just fucking destroy him? Like, there is no reason, there is no way that you could justify what fucking Steven Crowder did here as, like, a fucking sexy masculine move, okay?
Boy has left.
Like, you just can't do it. You can't. Because even his, like, retaliation with the longer Zack Schneider cut shows that he was, like, prepared for a debate, knew that, you know, Sam Seder might be coming on, was clearly self-reported and clearly admitted that he was watching last week to see if Sam Seder was going to come on and, like, change the fucking change the time of the debate to a time when, like, you know, he knew that maybe Sam Seder wouldn't be on, and he still fucking ran away. And that sucks, especially because, like, I just wanted to see like Sam Seder go off on Steven Coward. I wanted to see Steven Coward destroy Sam Seder if that was the case. You know what I mean? The irony, of course, is that, like, he's literally in a studio with, like, 3 fucking people, by the way, with the peanut gallery, with the leprechaun, as Ethan correctly points out. So he can have his fucking, he can have his homies there backing him up and, like, laughing at everything he says. But, like, what? Ethan can't have Sam Seder on? Like, what's up? There is literally absolutely zero defense for this. Like, there is no defense for this. No matter how much of a fucking debate lord or Steven Crowder fan you are, there is no defense for this situation. Like, he gets to have all of his lackeys, but Ethan can't have fucking Sam Seder as a lackey? What's up? He's ready for a debate, knows that Sam Seder might even show up, but, like, can't even fucking have a conversation with him? What's up? This is before we recognize that, like, Steven Crowder literally fucking ambush debates people who are significantly less prepared. Significantly less prepared to even be on camera. Like, to make it seem like you are honoring the 1v1 conversation here is so stupid. That's not Steven Crowder on fucking camera. That's his lackey. So it never was a 1v1 anyway. Here's what really happened. And I don't need to speculate on this because Steven Crowder openly admits this in the conversation, as we saw. He did not want to go up against Sam Seder. He wanted to go up against Ethan because he admittedly saw this as a layup. He can fucking dunk on a YouTube content creator with a big audience and make himself look fucking cool to his idiotic, sexless nerd audience. Okay? Who get off on like the blood sports of Steven Crowder dunking on people or functionally dunking on people by just like blurting out talking points on an unsuspecting person that has like never even been on fucking camera, right? Like that's what he does. That's his bread and butter. He wanted to do this to Ethan, who is like a YouTuber but not a debater at all. Okay? And all of a sudden, when Sam Seder shows up instead, everything falls apart.
Ethan, come on, Ethan. Why do you have to bring on a guy who has a 30th of the viewership of yourself?
Saddest thing I've ever heard. So you have a guy with less viewers.
Okay, but this guy doesn't even have a YouTube channel. Why do you have a guy who literally is like the least relevant person on the fucking planet? Like, this guy's claim to fame is being your B team. He's on the fucking stream. Why can't Ethan bring on a content creator by size, by the way? As though that's like the diss here. Like, this motherfucker has a negative sub count, dude. Why do you have him on here? Like, this is, of course, if we are to say, you know, that is a legitimate reason for Steven Crowder. Like, all the motherfuckers he debates on college campuses, they have no YouTube subscribers. Since when is Steven Crowder saying like, oh, how many YouTube subs do you have to appear in a fucking Change My Mind video?
To come on to debate him because you can't. Why don't you get
apparently he had to think about it, bro.
If I'm a
yeah, and also like speaking of subscriber counts, like he has people all the time. I mean, these aren't debates technically. These are white supremacists like you know, Stefan Molyneux, like literally a white supremacist, or roaming millennial, and all these other people. Like, he does not give a shit about how many subs they have. He's never given a shit.
Debater.
Okay, I gotta pee.
You're the one who got personal and started.
You're the one that got angry about it.
Look, hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. Let me hear what Pigpen has to say here really quick.
Fair enough.
But Ethan, look, I don't. Hold on a second, Ethan. This is because initially I came out here to talk with Ethan. Ethan, come on, man. Look, the same reason that I haven't ever had a conversation with Sam Seder is the same reason that Joe Rogan, Sam Harris, Brett Weinstein, Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro don't owe him anything. It's based on a lie, Ethan. Just like you claiming my booker reached out to you, Ethan, when you know that's not true.
What's the lie?
There's no one ducking you, Sam.
I've never. So afraid?
Sam. I can call out Mike Tyson. It doesn't mean that I'm ducking him.
You are so worried about
Why do you feel that? Why do you feel that anyone,
Sam?
Why do you feel that anyone owes you airtime when you have a 40th of the audience and you've been doing the show for 10 times as long?
Airtime. I think that Ethan has just given it to me.
Right.
I didn't ask him for it.
Right. No, you've been begging for it for a long time with everyone bigger than yourself.
Yeah, he found
he can't build an audience, and so what happens is he uploads 15 times more, has less than a 50th of the audience.
Well, that's why he wants to debate you, is so he can build his audience.
Sam, come on.
Your audience cares that I only have 1 million subscribers and you have what, 6 or 7 million subscribers?
Let me answer. Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question? Do you want me to answer your question? My audience would say Sam who? Just like Joe Rogan's audience and Ben Shapiro's and Dave Rubin.
Oh, I'm so popular. I hung out with Joe Rogan. This is like how Hasan won't debate Connery's pants. This is true. I cower in the fear. My audience would say Sam who? No, they wouldn't. They literally would not say that. Just like they never say that when you have a number of different people on your show, including content creators that are significantly smaller than Sam Seder. Like, that's wild. Oh, fucking Reddit is here. You had Zach Fordon to debate LGBTQ+. 17.7K followers on Twitter. YouTube sub count at the time, 352,000. Michael Ian Black, 1.8 million followers on Twitter. Sub time of the debate, 674,000.
My himbo.
We're gonna talk about Tim Pool making this about himself as well in a second. Hold on. Jess Herbs, trans rights, 355 followers on Twitter, 700,000 YouTube subs at the time. Naomi Wolf. What the fuck? Is that the Dr. Naomi Wolf? Debate on feminism with prominent anti-vaxxer figure Naomi Wolf. Louderwood Crowder sub time at the time, 972,000. These are the conversations classified as debates, by the way. So this notion that Steven Crowder does not debate people with like tiny audiences or whatever is ridiculous, and it's not fucking true. And it's just he didn't want to be humiliated. So the way that he tried to go about it, was literally by the way that he tried to, sorry, I was reading the Mike Cernovich thing. It's like hog on hog violence here. I think what's going on is conservatives are recognizing that Steven Crowder looks like a fucking idiot. Okay? And they see blood in the water and they're pouncing to take a piece. That's what's going on here. Feel me? That's what's going on. We'll see what happens. Either conservatives are going to like stand firmly behind Steven Crowder, or they're going to realize like, oh yeah, he's this is our opportunity to strike and like maybe eat a piece of his audience, like latch onto a piece of his audience.
Now they all know who you are because you had to shoehorn yourself into another Howard show.
College students every day that you do.
Why are we? Hold on a second. This is another lie. This is.
Oh my God! They lowered his voice. Oh, dude, that is so lame. They don't want him to. They don't want his audience to hear what he has to say, dude. That's so whack, dude. Oh my God, he's such a pussy, dude. Yeah, just mute him, bro. Just fucking mute him and then, like, you know, go on your end. Just. They edited out Ethan. They fucking. That's so whack, dude. Big tech censorship, brother. Louder with Crowder means muting your fucking guests.
Another lie. Let me clarify, Sam. Let me clarify, Sam. The Change My Mind, everyone knows on the show, right? Yes. We've had professors on the.
How did you know I ended my show early last week, Stephen? If you're
because you're an idiot and half of your staff doesn't like you.
Because you're an idiot and half of your staff doesn't like you. Oh, that's why?
I'm a diehard fan.
Yes, it's because he's a diehard fan. Well, I had heard of you, but I just met you. Congratulations, Sam Cedar's fan.
And I'm just Stephen have a conversation.
I like.
Well, right now, every time I try and.
So this guy's job is to just like dive on grenades. Is that what it is? It's like, I'm the fan. I'm the loser. Come on. Don't get mad at the main loser. Get mad at me. I'm the real loser. Come on. I have a crippling alcoholism addiction here. I need to fund it by being Steven Crowder's second in command, please. Please. I'm the wingman. Yell at me instead. Good job, dude.
Yeah, right now,
God, what a fucking pathetic existence, dude. God damn, what a sad fucking job to have. Just like, fucking Christ, dude. Even the hogs want it. Okay, we'll do it.
I'm trying to talk with you. You're interrupting, Sam.
You bombarded the show.
You bombarded my show under a false pretense. You claimed that everyone, just like you claimed that I ducked a debate with you under a false pretense. Have I ever?
That is what the Politicon people told me.
Oh, is that what they told you? So you're just lazy with your research?
Oh, I'm not owned, by the way. I'm not owned, by the way. Come on, Fluffer, get involved. He's talking to me directly. I am Steven Crowder. Get involved, leprechaun fluffer of mine. Get in there. He's talking to me directly. I'm terrified. I don't like it.
And if big tech is...
You continue with the lie. You need to research and say, did Stephen ever accept... Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. Hey, whoa. Sam, sweetheart. Sam, fake stand-up comic who we can't find any footage about online. Let me finish.
I'm not a stand-up comic.
Oh, you're not? Okay, that makes sense because...
Okay, this was the best thing that he said. This was actually unintentionally one of the funniest things that Steven Crowder has ever said. Why? Because Steven Crowder originally came to prominence as a right-wing comedian. He would routinely go on the Greg Gutfeld... Was it the Greg Gutfeld show? Like that fucking show that Nick Mullen's been on alongside like... what's her face? Amy, whatever the fuck. Like he literally would be on Red Eye. Red Eye's the show. With Amy Schumer, and he has like never been funny. Obviously, you guys already know this. Crowder looks like an ensemble character in a mid-2000s Adam Sandler comedy. You're giving him too much credit. So he's never been funny. We all know that, okay? But like, if we are to match the comedy chops, or rather like the comedy experience that these two people have, like Sam Seder is still very much a working voiceover, a voice actor on the Bob's Burger Show. He writes, I believe, as well, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he literally still, like, he has been on Sex and the City and a bunch of other, like, comedic roles that he's played. Like, he literally is still a working comedy actor. Whereas the only thing that Steven Crowder has ever been able to do in the realm of comedy is just get on conservative shows as a Christian comedian.
Because everything that I've seen is incredibly unfunny and unentertaining, which may explain the audience numbers.
Irony alert.
Comedian. Sam, can I answer your question? Samuel, can I answer your question?
Yes.
So you have gone on, you've done the same thing with other comics. Everyone has a bigger audience than you. Because you said, I want to speak with Steven Crowder. You believe that at some point there was some acceptance? When have I ever done a Politicon? Ever? When have I as a matter of fact, in the last decade, I haven't done a single political conference. I hosted CPAC for 4 years and stopped because they suck. They don't pay and they're full of losers. And you've been clamoring for it, and it's a lie.
Gavin told me that you dropped out of doing his show because
this is just hearsay and gossip.
How can he say
I've never met more of a woman.
He's here. You're gossiping like a woman. I, on the other hand, am manly. And that's why I'm cowering in fear. Because I do not want to debate you, which is what I do, but not with you. Because you're tiny, even though I'm your biggest fan, and follow your every step. And also Google you, and admitted to Googling you, and couldn't find any stand-up bits. And that's why I'm very disappointed. But you, my friend, you are the gossiper here. Like a woman. That's what he says, by the way. I love the fucking... I love the woman as an insult here, which is hilarious.
XQC stand.
When he wants to keep debating.
I don't know. It's bizarre. All right. Okay.
Let's talk about the
issue.
So,
Ethan, do you want to have a conversation, Ethan?
About the vaccine? Because
Ethan, do you want to have a conversation? You're going to hide.
You felt so strongly about it. So why are you hiding behind Sam Seder?
Oh, no.
Have a conversation
Sam are aligned.
with
I'm not
him.
hiding.
Well, you're just a liar,
so you're a liar.
Because remember we said...
You're just a liar. You're just a liar.
Hold on a second.
Debate.
Yeah.
It sort of feels like you guys are the ones who are hiding.
Really? Hiding?
Really?
No. This is actually...
Who snuck in on you?
Who's the guy who never appears on stage, never does a live show,
but is
never even allows a shadow of comedy to be perceived on his program? It's just
Wow, it seems like Steven Crowder has watched Majority Report a lot, dude. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of wild that Crowder... Kind of wild that Crowder has watched a lot of Majority Report. He's just like talking as a fan right now. What you are experiencing is like when a fan, not even a fan, a stan approaches their favorite content creator. What he's doing right now is like when Dream Stans turn around and do like Dream Neg / you know. Here's why I'm triggered by Dream not having this particular content creator on his broadcast. Like that's literally what he's doing. He's doing a Sam Seder neg / there aren't enough comedy bits out there for me to make a fan cam of you, Sam.
No more ads, Pog.
Hiding. Right. Everything we do is out in the open. H3. You know
Steven, you're wearing
that we
a holster.
agreed.
So what?
Hold on a second. Yeah? So? I want to normalize responsible gun ownership. Is that your debate? No wonder you had to bring in a hack for you.
You want to call it a...
Oh, crying out loud. That was his debate strategy.
Should we write it for you?
You have a holster, bro. You have a holster. As he takes advantage of mentally ill women for a show that just is dwindling. All right, okay. All right, Sam, you got it. You got it. I hope you have a wonderful highlight reel. Hope you enjoy Politicon.
Hold on. Let me just make
Hope you enjoy Politicon, Ethan. We'll release the private messages.
You take it easy.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's adorable. Hey, Sam, one thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses? One thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses?
We just want to see if
I just want to see if you take them off, if you have the Velveteen Rabbit buttons. That's the only thing I'm curious about. It's the only interesting part about it.
Or if there's a soul.
Just take off the glasses.
Let's debate.
Don't hide behind the glasses, Sam.
Don't say let's debate, Ethan. You've lost that opportunity.
Ethan's lost the debate. All right, this is sad. This is why we don't
Ethan, shut up.
All right, good. You guys are good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Won't even take off the glasses. All right, yeah, you can give it the X. This is just... I knew it. The guy just thought...
Was that all right?
The guy thought that... No, we're still going. The guy thought that we had no... I mean, we have the master... Quarterback, can you put on your microphone?
Yeah.
Is he still on?
We have the master... No, I cut him off. We have the master file. We knew.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what happens. Like someone like a Sam Seder who just...
He didn't even wait.
He never lets you speak.
I like how he goes, your little leprechaun co-host, because he's still mad that I said he looked like a transgender Wayne and Garth. You know that's just been eating at him for the last month?
Well, you know, and this is the thing, too, is we don't do debates based on a lie. Like, I can...
Oh, we don't do debates based on a lie, dude. We do debates based on the truth. Like, the CDC is lying about the fucking numbers of deaths. Doctors are lying about the numbers of COVID deaths. You know, stuff like that. That's kind of wild that they just, like, cut the other side out completely. At least Ethan, like, showed the entire...
Thanks for reminding me.
The entire side without, like, muting them or anything like that. This is kind of weird. That's real fucking insecure, dude. Holy shit.
I can call out Mike Tyson. I can call out Evander. It doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah.
And so when someone says, hey, you said you would do this, and you just admitted that, of course, there's no proof of that. Well, I heard this from so-and-so. Yeah, but there's no evidence. We'll bring up, we can bring up here the direct messages with, I hate to do this, but with Ethan, it was, hey, we'll talk, you and I.
I hate to do this. He does not. Narrator voice. He did not hate to do this.
Man to man, no one else will come in. Matter of fact, I was going to say.
So I find this really funny because, like, he's talking about it like no tricks, no zags, just you and me, right? Because he knows it's going to be fucking Sam Seder coming up. This doesn't make you look good, dumbass. This makes you look like a fucking coward, a pathetic coward that you actually showed that you were. Especially when paired up with the reality that you knew that Sam Seder might come on because you fucking monitor his show. Okay? Like, you clearly, like, how could anyone look at this and be like, wow, I can't believe they broke they violated the incredibly important contract. I remember when Steven Crowder ambushed me at South by Southwest panel while he was dressed up as me. Crowder loves to play dress up. So apparently that kind of ambush was okay. I didn't really care, but as soon as it's Sam Seder, he runs like a coward. Hashtag coward Crowder. Hashtag cold feet Crowder strikes again. Okay, I'll retweet this. This is like the least cringe jank tweet.
That McDonald's ad hurt my eyes.
Again, if this was supposed to be a 1v1, why the fuck was this dipshit there? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even a 1v1. Why can't Ethan have a lackey? Why can't Ethan have a homie on? You know, his watching Sam's every move is going up 200%, lol.
Say, if I have my phone, I can take a picture right here. So there's no prompter. It's just him on a call, and he's terrified. I don't know how someone like that can live their life as a man.
Like Ethan literally, that's the best part about this, when people are like, oh, dude, Ethan really fucked up here. And it's like, but dude, he admits, he's like, I'm not very well versed in this.
Hello, Arjan and chat smile.
I'm not very well versed in this field. Like, I'm gonna bring someone who is well versed. So why don't you just have a conversation with him? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why not? You just spawned dozens of Hasan and his horrible uncle threads all over the internet. Oh, like any given fucking Saturday, dude.
Well, he just also talked very cordially to you about family.
Oh, yeah.
But what I really hate about that is then he immediately pulled it, which shows no character, no class, a complete manipulation.
Well, but here's the thing. He has a show that's dwindling. No one cares about it. But so then he wants the drama.
Well, thank you for giving him a big boost then. His show is dwindling. Like, he's still talking like a fan.
I actually want to have a conversation, but I'm not going to have a conversation.
Oh, my bad. He was saying Ethan's show is dwindling. Yeah, dude. He's suffering so bad, dude. It's crazy. Yo, boys, I mean, fuck. He's just suffering so bad. I hate how much Ethan Klein is suffering. You know, like on his podcast, where every video has like fucking 2.9 million views, dude. Man, what a... God, I wish I could suffer like that, dude, with my 3 million subscribers on my second channel. Okay? That is suffering from what? Success? What is he suffering from, dude? What is this? Fuck, dude, I hate how much... God, we really need to help out Ethan and Gila. Like, you know, they're just suffering so bad, dude. I think 30K watcher podcast feels bad, man. I have a new podcast that just came out. It's understandable that it's like on a trajectory of growth. So yeah, I would never put myself in the same area at all. Have you seen Alex Jones talking about the insurrection was set up? No, I don't want to fucking talk about that. This shit's so stupid. They're doing so poorly, dude. Fuck. So let's get to Tim Pool, who wanted to use this as an opportunity to insert himself. Just like I mean, I'm not trying to insert myself, but of course I'm gonna fucking look at this stuff and joke about it. It's wonderful to watch. It's delicious.
Run like hell.
Tim Pool also is inserting himself. Fuck it, I'm inserting myself too. So this is what Tim had to say about it.
Couldn't do it because he hosts his own show. He did mention COVID, to be fair. But then he turns it into this tweet where he's coming after me, implying we were unsafe when we followed every COVID guideline. We have hand sanitizer.
Damn, why is he so mad? Wait, if Tim Pool is getting this mad that Sam Seder wouldn't debate him, shouldn't he understand how Sam Seder feels then? That, like, Steven Crowder refuses to debate him? That's kind of weird, dude. He went from 0 to 100 there, Tim. What the fuck? We got hand sanitizer!
Copium.
Sam said he would go there now that he's vaxxed. Yeah.
Sanitizer everywhere, and we were allowed to do the show as per normal guidelines. The room.
I wanted to make another argument about how Thanos is a socialist, but in person this time, rather than via Zoom.
Is extremely well ventilated. You can probably hear the fans. But Sam thought it would be good to lie, to make things up, because he never wanted to come here in the first place. And even after he knew it was in studio and the 13th is open and we will pay for everything and he agreed to do it, it was all just a big con. Sam Seder is a liar.
So what, like, does he think that Sam Seder won't debate him now or something? Like, I don't get it.
8 months here.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm pretty sure Sam would probably debate him now that he's vaxxed up and shit.
Lying coward. And that's why people like Steven Crowder should not debate him. And that's why Steven was right for cutting him off and saying no. And Ethan Klein is damaging everything, making it all worse because his interest.
Damn, dude, he's big mad, bro. These guys are so mad. This is pretty funny. just calm down, bro. Like, it's pretty funny what happened, okay? I don't know why. Damn, he is so bent, dude. What the fuck? He's damaging everything. Ethan, you're ruining everything. That's so embarrassing, dude. What the fuck? Yo, admitting that you're a Tim Pool fan has got to be hard, dude. I'm sorry.
Interest is personal gain for his pop culture crap. He doesn't know what he's talking about, so he would rather watch people suffer if it gives him a few extra bucks. That's Ethan Klein.
What?
No, it's fine, Ethan. Do your pop culture comedy stuff. It's funny stuff. I got no issue with that. But don't come into this space where people are trying to have very serious conversations about...
Like what? Serious conversations like will the COVID vaccine make you gay or some shit? Like what serious conversations is... Oh, I didn't realize Steven Crowder was having a serious conversation when he tried to recreate the George Floyd execution and was too much of a pussy to fucking die. Okay? Was that the serious conversation that Steven Crowder was doing? What kind of serious conversation does Steven Crowder engage in? This unironically feels like he's saying, don't come into my safe space. Like, this is my safe space. I'm trying to have a serious conversation about Mr. Potato Head's dick. Or fucking a drag queen being on Nickelodeon. Talking about gender pronouns. Like, that's the serious conversation? What's the serious conversation? Especially with Steven Crowder. Like, he just does, like, bad skits all the fucking time.
About how people live and how people might die if we don't solve certain problems, and then set it on fire and kick the can down the road, or just make everything worse. You bring in a con man like Sam Seder, who...
Wait, why are they saying he's a fucking con man? Sam Seder, the con man, dude. What the fuck?
Whose whole business is just burning things down for personal gain, and I'm going to get pissed off about it. You know, it's fine.
What the fuck?
A political...
Dude, this is awesome, dude. He is so bent. Why is he so bent? Sam confirmed today he'll debate Tim again. Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't do that.
Political drama grifter. I don't think he's actually a genuine personality. I think he's a liar and a manipulator, and I do think he's a coward whose goal is to profit off of exploiting drama in the political space. He's not someone who's addressing high-level issues. He's not someone who's espousing thought-provoking conversation.
Wait, I'm confused. Like, does Steven Crowder do any of that? And if he does that, like, why can't he... Like, what did he think? That Sam Seder was going to come on and just, like, start making fart noises or something? So strange. So pathetic. So strange. Tim, Donald Trump has the capacity to do a 49-state sweep pool. That's who we're talking about with the serious conversation. And also, like, let's be real, okay? Sam Seder on his show, and this is part of the reason why his show is not as big as like Tim Pool or Steven Crowder's or myself, is because like Sam Seder on his show is very serious. Like, his show is a very serious, very adult political show. He brings on an expert on whether he brings on experts from academia literally for hours to interview them for hours. Like, it is to say that he's like a charlatan or a grifter or a shark is so funny coming from someone like Tim Pool, who is that person. And I am that person too. Like, I'm definitely very much involved in the antics as well. Like, I have serious conversations from time to time. I have experts from time to time. I haven't in a very long time because, you know, I'm just like doing less serious political coverage and more so focusing on like other shit. You know what I mean? I'm a messy bitch that likes drama. But it's wild to me that it's wild to me that like Tim Pool would say this about Sam Seder when like Sam's actual fucking show is literally just a straight up NPR style show. That's it.
He is somebody who,
which is, by the way, the irony here is like the original convo was, and we've moved so far from the original argument or the original conversation here, but like the original conversation was that Steven Crowder wanted a fucking easy dunk, an easy layup in his own words against someone who is not like super politically involved. That was the serious debate. That was the serious conversation that Steven Crowder wanted to have. These guys are all literally fucking crying that an MSNBC commentator came on board to talk about these issues rather than fucking H3H3 who, you know, reviews mayonnaise and is like famous for doing vape nace sketches and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, no disrespect. I love Ethan. I think he's great. He's gone on a political journey in recent years. Like, he's changed a lot of his opinions. I think that's growth that, like, that you want everyone to engage in. But, like, he himself readily admits he's not, like, the #1 debater. He's not a debater at all. So, what's the argument here? That, like, you were supposed to have an academic conversation with Ethan Klein and Sam Seder ruined that by involving himself in this?
Who just makes low-tier drama click content where he complains about Dave Rubin and demands people debate him.
That's such bullshit, dude. Saying that this is what Sam Seder does is such bullshit. Like, look, I joke about, like, you know, I've been like, you know, embellishing. I've been joking a little bit, maybe using some spicy language, saying like Steven Crowder would destroy Sam Seder, stuff like that. But I'm gonna defend him. I'm gonna defend Sam Seder here for a second. Like, this dude puts in the fucking work. Okay, he has like a very serious show. He has a very serious show where he has like academians on all the time, whether it be like historical context around the Great Depression, historical context around, you know, Juneteenth, or any number of things that are happening in contemporary politics. He always will provide expert opinions, both from his expertise, academics, not academians. Okay, shut up. From academia. Like, he does a really good job. So to say that, like, he only is engaging in, like, drama is so fucking stupid. Sam is smarter than you? Yeah, of course. What? Why is that? Dude, people are so fucking stupid. Like,
no shout out for the 10th
like, this is, you are such a
/
stupid person, dude. You are such a stupid person for saying that. Like, I like, while I'm in the process of, like, admitting that, like, why would you think that this is like an own?
It's the lowest tier of the lowest tier. And I take personal offense to the things Sam Seder has said and done. What we have here is a perfect example of those who would watch the system burn if only they could get a small piece of the pie. Sam Seder is the least deserving of attention because he is a liar and a coward who seeks to enrich himself, but he's lacking the talent to actually do it. He makes so much of the why won't Dave Rubin debate me? Why won't Joe Rogan debate me? Why won't Steven Crowder debate me? Blah, 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 blah. All he cares about is himself. I think what's happening with Sam is that he knows he's not a top-level personality. He's plateaued. This is why Sam Seder should not be brought into these conversations and why he does.
What is this? Lots of people talking about the Crowder H3H3 Sam Seder thing. I just don't see how anyone in that looks good. Seder and H3H3 look dishonest, and Crowder does look like he skipped out. They can come up with all the reasons they like, but they all look bad. You think with the TYT money and marketing, Sam would get more views? No wonder he gets the H3H3 tag in. Like, what? But dude, who are you? This guy's a Twitch partner? What is this? Fill the remains. Okay, let's take a look at this fucking guy. Like, let's take a look. Who the fuck is this guy? Like, like part of the reason why he doesn't have like buku review, fucking buku bucks, and he's not like killing it, is literally because sometimes his content is like boring and academic. This guy follows me. Fill the remains. Oxford comma stan Bitcoin. Let's take a look at his fucking Twitter or Twitch.
Big mad.
11,000 followers. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Why are these people like this, dude? Why? Like, okay, are you saying that you're the biggest loser then? Am I somehow significantly better than you? Like, you have 11,000 followers? I don't know how many followers I have. What do I have? Like 1 million now? So does that mean I'm like literally that much more important than you? Is that what that means? Are you going to sit here and admit that you just fucking suck? That you're nothing in comparison to someone like myself? Because that's what, that's how it works.
1.3 mil pog.
He's the vocalist for All That Remains, a popular metal band, LMAO. Imagine being a fucking vocalist for a popular metal band and only having 11,000 followers on Twitch, I guess. Bigger number, better person, boys. That's how it works, right? So stupid.
Does the left harm? Sam Seder manipulated me to try and get internet points because he is a drama, political drama.
But Sam has debated him on fucking, like, why does he make it seem like, Sam Seder is, like, afraid of debating Tim Pool?
Steven Crowder literally sets up a table on campus. He sets up a table to debate anyone. That's literally his specialty. His specialty is anyone can come and debate him, and you can't change his mind. Like, this guy's the debate god, the surprise debate god. That's what he does. He sets up the table, and anybody can walk up to him and debate him. Oh, only apparently if he's in control of the edit. Take that power away, he has no confidence in his points. You surprise him with someone in Ethan's corner for the debate, and all of a sudden he just like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to debate a person that's... What do you mean, bro? You set up a fucking table to debate anyone. You're not going to debate this guy? I thought that's what he did. Apparently not.
That's awesome, dude. No, it's not Zach Galifianakis, boys. It's Epic Mealtime. It's Harley from Epic Mealtime. The Epic Bacon guy. But, like, for real... For real, though. I mean, it's a great take. Great fucking take. Straight up. There's more
podcast networks. I'm not exaggerating. This is not a joke. Yes, there are many large podcasts.
Oh, here comes the Tim Pool spice, boys. What, like, Tim loves doing this shit where he just, like, will say something that is, like, just not... that's just, you can never verify, or if you verify, it's verifiably false. And he'll just say it. He'll just like sneak it in there. Sam Seder is blacklisted by a lot of podcast members. Like, who blacklisted Sam Seder? And if so, like, is that legitimate? Wouldn't that be censorship, Tim? Aren't you literally a centrist? Aren't you center left? Shouldn't you be unironically advocating against that kind of censorship? So strange.
That have outright said they will never work with him, and has nothing to do with being afraid to debate him. Sam Seder's off the list. This guy is a manipulative, lying con man. That's why Crowder doesn't want to have anything to do with him. That's why all the people Crowder mentioned don't want to have anything to do with him. And that's why Sam Seder makes all these videos and he focuses on drama. I mean, the man's obsession with Dave Rubin is laughable. It's absolutely laughable.
Wait, I'm gonna tweet this at Tim. I'm gonna be like, who blacklisted Sam Seder at Tim Pool? Also, shouldn't you advocate against that if you love free speech. He focuses on drama. Tim Fool, what? I know my chat's paused.
Love from Albania Hassel.
If you love free speech, I'm pretty sure Sam would love to talk to you now that he's vaxxed up. I would as well. Not sure about travel, though. Tim Pool says that if Sam Seder ever tried to ambush him in a debate, this is what he would say to him.
Lying coward. Sam, you are a duplicitous, lying coward, and I will not give you the time of day. Sam, you are a duplicitous, lying.
Damn, he'd fucking kill it, dude. He'd murder Sam with his words like that.
And being a Congratulations, Ethan, on just not caring about the world and being a self-interested, you know, whatever.
Like, what, like, so Ethan would have cared about the world if he just, like, stood there and had Steven Crowder just, like, fucking yell at him? Like, is that how this works? Like, it just unironically feels like he's mad that, like, he couldn't get an easy one on Ethan. Like, he just sounds butthurt that Ethan Klein, a big, and Ethan used to be, like, an anti-SJW adjacent, anti-SJW content creator, like, one of these guys no longer, like, supporting that team unconditionally has, like, made this dude lose his fucking mind. He's like, I can't believe you're not letting Steven Crowder roll over you. Like, why wouldn't you let him do that to you? Like, why? Why should he let him do that?
I love you, Hasan.
Like, why? Sam's producer said he's ready to set up a debate with Tim now. Yeah, 100%. Only seen you appear on other shows before, but glad this is my first stream. It's interesting. There's always, like, people that are coming in that's new. It's always blows my mind. I think he's actually mad that Sam Seder wouldn't come on a show. But, like...
3.
But, like, he would. He has. Him and Sam have been on each other's shows already. The Surfs Crowder gets upset because he got ambushed. Also, Steven Crowder. Yeah, I mean, we already... That's not the real thing. That's bullshit. I mean, yeah, he does that. He does shit all the time. Conservatives are such gigantic fucking snowflakes, dude. There is no better representation. There is no better representation of how cowardly these fucking clowns are than what we just experienced and the defenses that people are coming up with. Like, that's it. Straight up. It's so obvious. Like, because they don't want the grift to fall apart. Because they've built the grift not on, like, charisma, personality, unique talking points. They've built the grift on this notion that they are intellectual warlords who can absolutely own anyone and everyone in any given moment in the marketplace of ideas. Okay? And, like, the moment that illusion is shattered, the moment that breaks, everything falls apart. And that's why Tim is so mad. That's it. Like, it's so obvious what's going on here that it just, like, crumbles apart with, like, a little bit of fucking testing. Like, just pick at it just a little bit, and that illusion falls apart entirely. Okay? If that's so, why the fuck won't you debate Crowder? Yeah, dude, I'm fucking running away from Crowder. Like, I would love to debate Steven Crowder on whatever the fuck he wants to talk about.
1-0 with you, Hasan. Thanks for making me hate the world.
I've said it a million times. It's like people, when they say, like, why won't you go on Joe Rogan? Like, I would love to go on Joe Rogan, dude. Why the fuck wouldn't I? Thanks for the tip, Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire. Opinion, Steven Crowder showed why we shouldn't engage with Debate Me Bros. Like, Ben Shapiro's outlet saying this is so fucking silly. It's so insane. Both Ben Shabibo and Steven Coward built careers off of epically owning libtard college campus freshmen. Okay? That's literally how they made their living. That's their bread and butter. They blew the fuck up doing this.
Steven Crowder asked curiously.
And now they're like butthurt as shit that someone wants to actually have a conversation with them. It blows my mind. Guys, by the way, for the record, like, I'm dog shit at debating, so I'm easy pickings for someone like Ben Shabibo or Steven Crowder. You can easily destroy me, so please, I am willing and able to have a conversation with you guys if you want to have that. Like, I'm dog shit. I'm literally dog shit. People in my audience, look, they're saying that I'm dog shit. Everyone agrees. You would destroy me, all of you guys. I am easy to destroy. So, you know, I would be willing and able to debate Steven Crowder or Ben Shabibo. Although I'm not a good debater, and I don't really do that many debates. I don't think the debates are great. I mean, I do it for clout. That's the difference. Like, I admit it. Like, I think debates like this are for fucking clout. If Steven Crowder was personally open about his POV, that he like debates people for clout, and he likes to have like full control over the debates, make himself look good, and his entire personality is like this like, you know, big macho guy who fucking destroys people intellectually. If he was open about it, and he said that he's like a dog shit debater across the board, and that you know, he's only debating people because he wants to like further his clout, then that's one thing. I mean, I'm open about it. Just your demeanor alone contradicts the image of leftists that they have constructed for their audience. You just being you are a threat to the platform. I think so. Like, that's why there's so many fucking dudes in here that come in here to just be like, I hated you originally, but like now now I became a fan over, when I originally came into Hate Watch, and now I'm like actually a fucking fan, and you have changed my mind successfully. I have a different approach I have a different vision and a different approach in changing people's attitudes and the way they see the world than what these guys engage in. I think that debate bro culture creates like an incredibly toxic culture where you have to be the debate king and constantly like challenge people, and it's super toxic, and it creates an audience that is like literally trying to debate every minute detail, like trying to debate every single thing. I remember like one of the big reasons why I stopped doing debates was because, like, you guys remember I had Ryan Grimm on, right? I had Ryan Grimm on. He is the Washington, D.C. bureau chief of The Intercept. He's a friend of the show. Good sum of people on Crowder's Reddit defending him. Of course they are. Like, he's a friend of the show. He came on and we're having a conversation, and like, and there were so many people in my audience that were trying to challenge him, or that were like yelling at me to challenge him and be like, dude, like, what about this thing? What about that thing? I'm like, dude, that's not what's going on right now. Okay. Like, not every conversation that you have with people is supposed to revolve around like contention. Like, not every conversation has to be like a back and forth where I'm yelling out talking points and they're yelling out talking points. I hate that. I do. I think that's like super fucking toxic. Anyway, Ethan Klein tricks conservative pundit Steven Crowder into showing up into a debate with Sam Seder, who Crowder has been supposedly dodging for a while. r/Louder and Crowder and r/H3H3 reacts. It's hard to find too much in Louder with Crowder since the mods keep deleting threads, but the good news is you can still find them by looking through people's profiles, so we'll take a look at this thread. Scroll down to the bottom, and that's a lot of downvoted comments. Crowder owned this debate, a master in the marketplace of ideas. I was told that Crowder apparently said something that would ruin his career. Ethan said this was in a stream with Hasan, so I took the fucking bait and gave that idiot my YouTube view. I watched up until Crowder exited the call, and I didn't hear this career-ending meltdown that I was told was happened. What I did hear was Ethan, motherfucker, turd gravy. He's like watching me. What I did hear was Ethan being a complete pussy and baiting Crowder into a debate and ducking out immediately. All the H3 fans think he destroyed Crowder. Like, what? In what fucking world does someone own by letting your friend debate in place of you? It's so strange. Like, debate bros betray their own values that they espouse regularly, right? Like, if you're a fucking debate bro and you want blood, you want to watch blood sport, like, why do you want to watch blood sport in the form of, like, Steven Crowder easily dunking on Ethan Klein? Why wouldn't you want Steven Crowder to, like, you know, take on another champion, right? Like, it's like being a fucking LeBron fan and wanting to only watch LeBron absolutely demolish, like, fifth graders. You know what I mean? Isn't it better if all you care about is, like, the sport, the intellectual blood sport? Then isn't it better to fucking watch someone match up evenly with another person? What the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? It's so weird. It is literally so fucking weird. They, like, very openly state that they just wanted to see blood. They wanted to see Steven Crowder shit all over Ethan. And it betrays their own, like, values that, like, debating is all about, like, you know, testing your intellectual mettle in the marketplace of ideas against, like, someone who doesn't agree with you and can hold their own in a conversation. Like, you're fucking literally admitting that that's not what you're interested in, and all you're interested in is just basically just, like, dunking on someone. It's so fucking strange, dude. It's so cringe. It's so fucking cringe.